Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 13, A Rum Punch to the Guts. Kenya is packing for the trip. She calls Drew. They hash out, their last encounter. They talk about Sonya's decorations and all of that because we're talking about the trip as well, what to expect and all of that. And so they're leery, since she had this party and it was kind of rinky-dink with her Party City decorations and all that. They don't know what to expect. Kenya says she got her own rules for hosting, a proper but not bootleg party. So rule number 1, no dollar store balloons. Rule number 2, hire a professional caterer. Rule number 3, hire a party planner or her. So, Kenya, are you going to bring anybody on the trip? She made a big deal about that. Who you going to bring? Kenya says she's going to bring a cousin. But, she said she was going to bring a cousin, but cousin can't come because cousin got sick. So she may be coming on the trip solo, but, still coming nonetheless. It's her birthday week, so she's going to be staying a couple of days later with her family anyway. So all good there. All good there. Sonya and Ross, they are home working out with their trainer who happens to be their brother-in-law. He is a friend. Tyrell is his name. He's their friend from college who is married to her sister. They all live under the same roof. And so he's going to help train them to get ready for their iFit series. Sonya sits down and asks Ross, because, they do a little working out, but, we got to sit down and try to create a scene. Tyrell standing there looking awkward. Tyrell, that's your cue. That is your cue. He should have just, all right, I'm going to just, I think he eventually walked away, but anyway. She's asking him if he's excited about getting together, with the other couples and being on a trip with the other guys and all of that. And he says he's looking forward to it, It's plenty to do on the resort. It's plenty avenues for he and the guys to just get away from the women and their drama. Sonya says there won't be any drama. We know that's a lie. I mean, it's a drama. It's drama on the first night. It's drama on the first night, but okay, girl. Drew and Ralph, they at the house talking about the trip. She encourages him to bring up the book, like promote your book. And that brings them to the topic of her son, Josiah, and this adoption situation. He's been going back and forth about it, but he had a conversation with Josiah's biological father, who is not really on board with that. And so he's going to respect his wishes, and so he's not going to adopt him. His publisher of the book is going to be stopping by. And so Drew goes upstairs, to use the bathroom right quick, but he wants to do things the right way now. He had that assistant that she know nothing about. And so he wants her to meet the publisher because this is happening. And so they need to know one another. Drew comes in, and she's nice, to the lady. She ain't side-eyeing her or nothing. But they sit down and talk. And Drew is just sensitive about the content of the book. She don't want it to be no bashing of any sort, because she feels like this is mainly about me and my son. And so what is this about? What's going to be in this book? And they just reassure her that it's geared mainly towards the fathers. And it's about, lessons, it's got lessons in it, mainly about the lessons that he's learned. And so Drew feel away. She feel away about not being included. She didn't really know nothing about it. But he got the nerve to ask her to write the foreword. She like, I'll think about it. You ain't told me nothing about this book, but now you want me to come in and write the foreword. Okay, Ralph. Anyway, she says that the book cover will more than likely have Ralph on the cover, but she's gonna make sure that there's a picture of the family on the back, and Drew can appreciate that. All right, we headed to Jamaica. So Sonya has arranged for the separate sprinters to pick everybody up, in groups, of course, so that everybody gets there on time. And they ain't even at the stop sign, and Ross talking about he don't know where his passport is. Well, he left it. So he has to jump out and go back to the house. He says he's going to catch an Uber back to the airport to meet them. She picks up, who did she pick up? I can't remember. She picks up Marlo. That's what it was. I'm sorry. She picked up Marlo. And Marlo's bringing her friend Adrian, who is also her florist. Sheree and her friend Michelle pick up Kenya. And they all ride together. All right, we in Jamaica. They're on the bus headed to their resort. And Sonya, you know, is just talking to everybody. And she calling Kenya out once again. So, Kenya, everybody has a +1. Where's your +1? Kenya says her +1 got sick. Sonya's like, so first you was sick. Now your +1 got sick. Girl, it's looking like you didn't have no +1 to begin with. And if she did or didn't, oh well. Like, why are you trying to make... See, that's why she hung up on your ass. That is why she hung up on your ass. But anyway, she want everybody to introduce their +1s. And Candy's like, Todd. This is Todd. Todd's like, yes, I'm Todd. I like to, you know, do paint sip. I like I like basketball. They go around and introduce their +1s. I don't even know why we was doing this, but anyway, I guess icebreaker. We got to feel the note. We got to fill the space, the empty space. Can't be no empty space. They arrive. You know, drinks are waiting. Todd said he ain't drinking. Todd done flat out said he ain't drinking. He said he stopped drinking. He said that it was the point to where he was drinking a lot more than he should have. And he just said, he gonna detox. You know, he's detoxing for right now, taking a break. When he get back to the drinks, he'll be pouring up shots for everybody. But as for right now, Todd is detoxing from alcohol. Good for you. Good for you. They get on their carts and they're headed to, you know, they're headed to the resort. Sonya and Kenya on the same cart. And she spin the block. And we got to go back round because Kenya done spotted somebody. She done spotted some eye candy. She spun the block, and his man, the man's name is John. And Sonya did all the talking mainly. It wasn't really Kenya. I don't think Kenya said anything. Sonya did most of the talking. And she got him, you know, what you doing tonight? You here alone? He's from England, by the way. I don't know if he said he was there with a brother or cousin or something like that, but they invite him to dinner. And so he said he gonna come to dinner. Candy over there in her cart, like, I wish they'd hurry up. Like, I'm hungry. And y'all already know, when Candy get hungry, it's gonna be a problem. She hungry though. She got time trying to stop and talk to this man. Can we go? They get to the resort and everybody's eating or whatever. And Sonya is like, everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet. That must mean it's good, huh? And everybody's like, yeah. So get to what you trying to say, girl. So we anyway, she says that, you know, she's gonna give everybody their keys and all of that. She's passing out the keys, and they're based on who treated her the best. You know, like, have you been nice to the host? And judging off that, you listen, that's gonna be the kind of room you get. Over on the side that Kenya is standing on the side, and she getting a text message from John. And, you know, she's just like, are we still on for dinner? It's at 7. And he says, we're still on. I'm going to pick you up at 6:30. So he can't wait. She's standing up there smiling. Go ahead, girl. They all get dressed. John does show up to pick Kenya up. And, oh, y'all, Ross. I like Ross' outfit. I'm going to just say that. He looked real nice in his outfit. That Ross something else, y'all. That Ross is something else. Anyway, can you show up with her little boo? Everybody like, okay, girl, I know that's right. Marla gonna say she brought in a stray. You're a hater. Anyway, Mayetta, she makes a toast to John sticking around the entire trip so Kenya can get her groove back. To Kenya getting her groove back. They start grilling him. Sheree asks him how old he is, and he tries to play coy a little bit, but he's 37. He did not look 37, and he did. I would have put him in his 20s as well. So good for you. Good for you. You look great. This table with these two white guys, They want to be on TV, so they send a bottle over there so they'll pan the camera at them just to do this. Like, sir. I mean, I thought that it was going to be at least a group of people or somebody important or I don't know. Like that random bottle you sending over. Thank you, thanks a lot. But they just wanted to be on TV. Sheree asked Ralph about the book. When Ralph started talking about that book, it's all of this. He started rambling about the book and what it means to him and what he's doing, And then Marlo, she curious about everything. And, she congratulates him on adopting. And, he's like, well, I spoke to his father and I decided that when somebody has their father, I didn't have my father. And then when we finally connected, it's like, you ain't got to do all of that. You ain't got to do all that. But anyway, long story short, Marlo, then she really didn't appreciate that because as a foster child, it makes her feel a way that you would promise to do something and then renege in that way and not do it and not, follow through with that. And that's a real, that's a valid feeling from someone who has been displaced like that. It really is. Don't tell me you're going to adopt me and then never adopt me. Like, don't do that. I don't care what your reasons are. And Josiah don't care what the reasons are. You should have never stood firm on something that you wasn't going to follow through with. That's just simple. But anyway, Candy want to know why she's so, why you so bothered about it? Why are you going this hard? I find it funny because you put your boys out. Marlo don't like that. Now Marlo and Candy are going back and forth because now Marlo is like, well, you and our situations are different. You in a situation where you put your mama before your husband. So, I mean, that's that. And so now, already that hit a nerve with Candy. And so now she has to defend that and her husband and all of that. And Marlo is going to stand on that. She's standing on that, that argument, well, you put your mama before your husband. You belittle your husband. All of that. Like Todd ain't sitting right there, And I guess eventually Todd has had enough because they're going back and forth about this. And I think Todd has had enough. He kind of chimes in and is like, he brings up how Marlo got into the fold, because he's like, you're talking about stuff that you don't know about. It's not factual. And she's like, how do I know? The same way I know how you got in this group. Oh, how is that, Todd? You bought your way in this group. These girls weren't your friends. You don't have any friends in this group. And then she wants to talk about side conversations she's had with Todd in the past, with how he was calling her country bumpkin back in Africa and all of that. And Candy's like, well, I ain't meet and introduce myself to Todd till the last day in Africa. So whatever he said before he met me, it is what it is. He married this country bumpkin. Girl, what? She really thought, what was that supposed to make or break them? Marlo, please. Please. So they go back and forth with each other, a little more. Candy having to defend her accolades. She got to defend that she's worldwide out here because Marlo tried to say she's only known in Atlanta. And everybody's like, well, not really. Not really. Candy's like, we was in Japan and you pulled up my song on the karaoke. And not just the songs that I'm on. The songs that I've written, her voice started to get a little cracky a little bit. I was like, Candy, girl, come on now. Say it with your chest. We're not finna be cracking the voice every time these people make you upset. Mayetta don't appreciate it either. Mayetta and her confessional like, now listen, what we not finna do is this, because I thought you were supposed to be friends with the girl, and this ain't what you do to your friend. John, he's sitting back getting his life. And he eventually just ups and leaves as well. John say, I ain't finna be out here. Ain't no telling where John work, and now he on TV with the mess. Anyway, that's really where we end. That's where we ended right there. Let's end right here. We're gonna pick back up tomorrow. They already start with the mess, so this is gonna be a good trip. I'm convinced I'm gonna enjoy the Jamaica trip. I really am. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.